You're welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. Ayodele Jayesimi is an avid theatre lover, a fellow of the theatre arts, and she's a founder and CEO of Thespian, wow, tongue twister there, Thespian Family Theatre and Productions. And I have to say a big warm welcome to you. Welcome to the studio.
Good morning. I'm pleased to be here.
Honestly, when I saw your profile, I was like, what? You've done all this? And apparently you also write a column for Junior Guardian as well?
Well, I used to write a column,
okay.
Yes.
All right. So I know that because of your love for theatre, you would always want to make sure that, everyone gets involved in it. And with over 300 shows having been produced by you, it feels like a lot of pressure to make sure that, people stay interested in theatre. Mm-hmm. So what do you think we can do to make sure that young people especially, get more interested in theatre?
Incidentally, I think that the young people are interested in theatre. You get a lot. In fact, most of the people that come to shows are young professionals.
Okay.
Probably about the age of, probably between 18 to 35. Okay. I mean, that's the bulk of the, the people that I see, attending the shows. Yeah. People who want, and a lot of young people, they want to experience, things. So I guess that's why we're seeing more young people, go to the theatre. Although I do feel that, we need to promote it a bit more. Okay. So that we can get more people interested in it. Yeah. And the stage is such a powerful platform that we do need to pay a lot of attention to it.
Okay, so, well, there are a lot of messages that you can pass across through theatre, and you have tried over the years to make sure you put in the kind of messages that address the core of humanity and reality. So I guess my question really is, with all the distractions that are out there, do you think it's possible to have theatres as full as the movie cinemas right now? Do you think it's possible?
I believe so. It's only a bit more expensive. Okay. We have lots of talented theatre practitioners, very talented. It's quite expensive because, you have to have the infrastructure, somewhere to, the hall where you're going to do it, or even the space to do it, lights, sound, it's a whole lot of investment, in it. But once you get past that, for example, you get sponsors, you get collaborators, partners. Yeah. You then find out that you're able to do it properly. You can do it without breaking the bank, and then you can actually
okay, so there's something showing on the screen right now. This particular production. What can you tell us about this? What are we watching?
You're watching it on the story. Okay.
So how did this all start for you? And well, a production like this looks like it entails quite a bit. So if I was a young person interested in this, now what sort of advice would you give me based on a production like this? Okay,
is it advice in terms of coming to watch it?
Yes, all right. And even being able to produce one myself.
To produce it, okay. This is one of my best-loved, I'll call it best-loved productions. And it started off from my other life. Okay. Life as an HR practitioner, and I was looking at generational diversity. Okay. So that's how this one started. It's a large cast play. Okay. The set also is quite elaborate. So it's large cast. But because we tried within the play to appeal to various generations, we've had very good response to the play. So what we see there, you can see that you have a bit, you have some hip hop, you have. So every generation there can identify itself. You have a bit of culture, in it. So I just advised young people, for young people that want to go into theatre production, what's your story? I always tell people that just don't do anything for the sake of doing it. You have to have a reason for doing it, and you have to have your slant. And that will distinguish you. For me, I'm a storyteller. I look at what's happening in around me, and I try to use a story, to project it. And I give something as simple as The Lion and the Jewel. Wale Soyinka, as much as I love the play, when I did it, I came from the point of view of change management. Lakunle can't change anything if he doesn't even know what's happening. So I look at the society, and then I look at what, what play we can use to drive that. In terms of production, you don't have to do very expensive plays. You know, you could start with a small cast,
yes.
you know, something that you
something
can...
manageable.
Something manageable that you can do. So far you have a message, and everybody has his own niche. Carve your niche.
I feel like somewhere along the line you must have felt, you know, this is just getting too much, because I'm looking at the cast and all the stage production of that particular, it must have taken a long time for you to get there. Was there ever a time where you said, you know what, I'm done, I'm not doing this anymore, you know, taking off these gloves, I'm going to work in a bank? Was there ever a time like that?
I'm a very peculiar person. Okay. I've worked in a bank.
Oh, you have?
I have a very funny, I'd call it a very funny or very unique, I'm a very funny, very unique person. I've worked in a bank, I'm a chartered accountant, I'm an HR practitioner, I'm a theatre practitioner. Okay. Now, what strings all this together for me? I'm very passionate. I believe I'm someone on a mission. Okay. I live life on purpose. And probably because I attack anything I'm doing from that viewpoint, even if there are challenges, I believe that anything that you're going to do well has to have its own challenges. Okay. You know, so for me, yes, I mean, I can't say it has been, especially if you're coming from the outside into this world, then of course I have a double portion of challenges. But I'm very happy to say that I've been able to surmount it.
I'm really, really glad to hear that, you know, because I have tried to give some kind of compare and contrast with theatre and Broadway in New York and in London, as opposed to theatre here in Nigeria. Obviously, there doesn't really seem to be that much of a comparison when you think about it, because there's a lot more investment abroad. But then what do you think we can do to sort of lift theatre production here in Nigeria to the extent that it could be used for, you know, tourism? People could leave other countries in West Africa to come here to watch theatre. What do you think we could do?
I think first and foremost we need to start with the infrastructure. Okay. And one of my best places is the National Theatre. Wow. Because I remember years back when I was a child of probably, is it 10, 12, when we watched Epitome. Okay. You know, at the National Theatre, is it the banquet hall? No, it's not banquet hall. The largest. Yes, yes, the ballroom, I think. So I can't remember what the hall is called, but it's, I think, the 5,000 seater with the revolving stage. Awesome place, beautiful. But it's run down. And we had plays like Langbodo. We had all sorts of, you know, plays that people used to come to watch then. Okay. So I think we should start with infrastructure. Okay. I think that the government also should realize that, you know, we can make a lot of money from this. Okay. So in terms of grants, you know, support, trying to help people structure, I think that is something that we do need to put in place. I'm so pleased you said this, and I'm so pleased that, you know, I know there's someone watching right now who's going to take note of everything you said. And I have to thank you so much for coming to the studio once again this morning. Now, if you would like to, you know, talk to us a bit more about this, you should head over to our social media pages. We'll be tweeting about it a bit later on at TVC Connect with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. We have Mike on standby right now. He's going to be bringing us those amazing movies that are going to be showing at the cinemas.
All right, thank you very much, Titi, and of course, Ayodele Jayesimi. Now, not in any way to discredit the theatre, but then another place you can go check out for some fun this weekend is the cinema. And the first movie we're checking out is IT. Now, in the town of Derry, the local kids are disappearing one by one, leaving behind bloody remains. In a place known as the Barrens, a group of 7 kids are united by their horrifying and strange encounters with an evil clown and their determination to kill it. Now, these two elite organizations must band together to defeat a common enemy. Okay, all right. It was directed by Andy Muschietti and stars Bill Skarsgård, Jade Lipner, and Phil Wolhard. Let's check out this trailer.
What happens when another Georgie goes missing? Or one of us? Are you just gonna pretend it isn't happening like everyone else in this town? If we stick together, we'll win.
All right, I've waited for this movie for quite a very long while, and it's here. Atomic Blonde, the crown jewel of Her Majesty's Secret Intelligence Service, Agent Lauren Broughton, is equals parts spycraft, sensuality, and savagery. Now, willing to deploy any of her skills to stay alive, of course, on her mission impossible. Sent alone into Berlin to deliver a priceless dossier out of the destabilized city, she partners with embedded station chief David Percival to navigate her way through the deadliest game of spies. It was directed by David Lech, and it stars in the lead role, kicking some butt there, Charlize Theron, James McAvoy, and of course John Goodman. You Bollywood lovers have Judua too. Prem and Raja are twin brothers who were separated at birth, but are uniquely connected to each other via their reflexes. Now they reunite as adults and set out to take down the underground smuggling world. The movie was directed by David Shawan. It stars Salman Khan, Anupam Kher, and Jacqueline Fernandez. Okay, that's some dance and action for us with Bollywood. And then Nollywood is up next, Mentally. That's a movie you can check out. It's a story of a young Nigerian man, Akin, who, despite his mother's warnings, decides to relocate right here to Lagos, where his only friend, Emeka, who was a former schoolmate, promises him enormous opportunities of having a better life. His first experience in Lagos takes him on a journey unprecedented, but eventually an eye-opener that makes him reevaluate the choice he just made. You don't have to be in Lagos to make it. Come on. The movie was produced, written, and directed by James Abinibi, and is a follow-up to his short film Honorable, which made a selection for the 3rd edition of Masharaki African Film Festival. It stars Salami Rotimi, Frank Donga, and of course the amiable Toyin and Marco Abraham.
Peace be unto you, sir. I have a message for you. From Emeka? No! From someone bigger than Emeka. The one that gave us everything we are enjoying free. Federal government. Oh, God. Now to reach that woman.
Excuse me. How? Officer of the law. Urinating in public.
Can we meet you?
Okay, and of course, finally, The Women is in the cinemas. From the producers of Lucky Wives comes another adventure. Now, at a getaway event, a group of malicious women are met with challenging trials that each must confront or succumb to. Now, the cast stars Omoni Oboli, Ufoma McDermott, Kate Henshaw. It was produced and directed by Blessing Egbe. Go check out that movie. You might just see there. She was at the premiere. But then let's check this out.
So, I'm calling because of my 40th birthday party on Saturday.
Happy birthday to you.
Where 2 or 3 women are gathered, there is war.
Why? Because you're
All right. Okay. So that's it for movies showing in the cinemas. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. Don't go anywhere. We're going for a short commercial break. We will be right back.
Welcome back. And we're still here in the kitchen with Miyance.
Yeah. So right about now, we're done with coconut rice.
Okay.
Remember what we did? We used rice, we parboiled our rice, we extracted our milk from scratch, which is better.
Our coconut milk.
Our coconut milk from scratch. And so after parboiling the rice, what we did was we added the coconut milk and turmeric, because it's golden coconut.
I think you should open it for obvious to see what it looks like. Ooh.
So it's golden coconut rice. So that is why it looks like this. Turmeric is what made the color look like this.
Okay.
So, yes, we added turmeric to it.
But can you achieve the same color with curry?
It won't be as light as this.
Okay.
Turmeric and curry, they have different shade.
Okay.
Yes. So turmeric went into it, onions, bell peppers, a little bit of habanero and onions. They all went into it.
Habanero, you mean pepper, right?
Yes, we mean atarudo. Atarudo went into it. Bell peppers, the green and the red one went into it, and onions. So the rice is soft enough, and it's about done. So let's remove it from here.
Okay.
Okay. And just open it a little. Why we do this is because when your rice is cooked, you know that's the texture you want.
Okay.
If you seal it, yeah, the steam begins to still cook the rice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it becomes very, very soft. It loses the texture you want it to become.
Okay.
So you just need to.
So what texture is the rice?
The rice is done.
Okay.
But you don't want it soggy. That is why you have to remove
I like my rice really soft. It has to be very soft.
Okay. Well, we do restaurant standard. So
which is?
It can be soft. It's a little bit after al dente. Al dente is it means to the tooth. It's an Italian phrase.
Okay, so what are we about to
So
make?
we're about to make the chicken curry right now.
Okay.
Fry pan. Yeah.
So what are we?
We're making use of chicken breast, butter, eventually, bell peppers, onions, garlic, ginger, and our slurry with vegetables. That's carrots.
Okay.
So, let me take this away.
Okay. And you forgot, did you mention corn flour?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
It's slurry. It's called the slurry, making corn flour and water.
Okay.
So, our vegetable oil goes in, yeah? So, we are going to build up the aromatics, meaning we are going to cook the onions and the garlic first,
okay,
till it begins to smell some kind of way. Then what next? We put the chicken in, we brown it a little. It has to be browned, you know, just cook it.
Okay.
Though. Then you add your slurry to it, you add your vegetables, you add your butter, and bam, you're done with your chicken vegetable.
That's pretty easy. So I'll just get a spoon and help you stir the slurry.
Slurry, yeah. So it's not yet hot enough, but let's go all the same.
So in the absence of corn flour, can you also use just ordinary flour?
Yes, but it will look some kind of way.
How would it look?
It's eventually when you are done cooking, it clogs up. It is like how would I explain to you? The sauce comes together.
I don't understand. It's not supposed to come together.
It's not. It won't have the texture of a sauce. It will have the texture of. I don't know how to explain it.
Isn't that?
It's clogged up. Please look up in the dictionary the meaning of clog.
Well, we all know what clogged, clogging or clog means. But then, I mean, because I use flour. I use ordinary flour for my curry sauce.
If you leave it for a long time, yeah? If you leave it, once you're done cooking and you do not heat it up, you just open it and see how it looks like. Then you know what I mean. It even develops skin on top.
Yeah, okay, yes, that happens. But I like it because, I don't know, the thicker the better.
No,
right?
you can't actually
even sometimes when I can't find flour, I experiment with pancake flour.
What?
Yes, I do.
Well, you are very adventurous.
It turns out really nice. Yes, I do.
Which is good.
Okay, so what's next?
So we're adding our chickens. We can begin to smell it, like the aromatics is building already. So,
okay, so
what you do is just add your chicken breast to it.
Are we good with the slow?
Eh?
Is this okay?
Yes, it's fine. It's fine.
So there you have your slurry.
Slurry.
Your slurry. Oh, slurry. Sorry, slurry.
Your corn flour mix.
Your corn flour mix.
Yes, easier. Your corn flour mix. Ta-da.
Okay.
So, we are cooking the chicken breast right now. And this is where you begin to season it. Black pepper. You could exclude it.
Or add your Cameroon pepper.
So SMM doesn't chop my head off today. You could exclude it.
And use your Cameroon pepper.
Not Cameroon
or your
pepper.
grounded pepper.
You see, that's the thing. The Cameroon pepper will give you a totally different effect from...
Yes, I agree with you, actually. I do agree with you. At least I agree with you in that one.
Salt.
Okay. Salt.
Salt B.
Yeah.
Oh, well, now you begin to let the chicken cook. You know when it's cooking, when it starts to leave the brown, the pink state. Now you can see it's getting a little bit pale. Yeah, you know it's leaving that state of it's being undone, like raw, to it's being cooked. And there's nothing like a medium rare with chicken. You have to cook it. It has to be
really
done.
Cooked. Yes, I agree with you. Growing up, it was my biggest challenge, steaming anything, meat, chicken, turkey, whatever. No. Because I'm like, you just never know when it's ready. Well, now I know better, so.
So,
what's next? What's going on?
So,
are we still adding curry to this?
Yes,
even with the turmeric rice.
Yes, we are. This is what is a chicken curry without a curry?
Yes, right. I agree with you.
We are adding curry to it.
Wow. We have golden rice. We have curry chicken. Wonderful combination.
So,
are we making use of time here?
You could add it, but no, I'm excluding it.
Why?
I don't want time here.
Okay.
I don't want time in the mix.
All right.
So we're still cooking the chicken. So right about now, yeah, this is when you could, the line we are doing is different because I am just using the corn flour, the corn flour mix. Okay. But if you have stock at home, yeah, just pour your stock. Yeah, let your chicken cook well, cook down. Then you add your vegetables, your carrot and bell peppers, and your corn flour mix.
Okay.
Yeah, then it begins to thicken. Then you can add butter to give you that velvety look you want to achieve. But right now, the chicken is still cooking.
But you could also use margarine
to
start off the frying process or the stirring process,
yes,
right?
Yes, you can definitely use margarine. But I don't think I want to use margarine.
Why?
I don't know. I'm using margarine starting up. I'm adding butter to it.
No, I mean, you don't have to. If you're going to use margarine, you don't have to use butter, right?
Oh. Yeah,
because
but I want butter because butter. There's this texture butter gives your food. Yes, when you're cooking, when you add butter to it, you see that it's different.
Really?
Butter is really.
I'm going to try that out.
In fine dining, in upscale cooking, we do not use margarine as such. We use butter. Because butter is more refined.
Now that I know, I'll use less margarine and more butter. So that my cooking can be refined.
She likes to tease a lot. She's just teasing me. So, since we've added our salt to it, we could do without, I can do without vegetable, without the stock. It will still taste awesome.
Of course, it's you. It has to taste awesome.
So this is where the stock, the slurry comes in. So yes, the corn flour mix. If you're not satisfied with how thick it is, you could always add more corn flour to it.
I was just about to ask that because the thickness of the slurry
is
in how much quantity of water you add to it.
So you need to, if you are not, as it's cooking right now and you are not still satisfied that this thing is not thick enough.
It's still watery.
You know, just add. Be very careful because corn flour has a way of thickening when it's cooking.
Oh.
So it's not immediately it thickens. It's while you are cooking, the heat thickens it. So if you are just thinking it's not cooking and you just gonna add corn flour anyhow, you just end up having eba instead of vegetable chicken curry.
Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to how this is going to taste when it is ready. But we'll go on a quick break and we'll be back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria.